still on the therapeutic methods. Last time we discussed about reinforcing on spleen and stomach chi deficiency. So we use reinforcing on or for replenishing chi and blood. So for this, we use the acupuncture points UB20, UB17, stomach 36, and spleen 6. And we could also use Moxibat for continuing with the points. A quick rundown on the symptoms. For Qi deficiency, we have sweating on slight exertion, poor appetite, shortness of breath, spontaneous daytime sweating, food sensitivities, slight sensitivity to cold, fatigue, lethargy, loose stools, dislike to speak, apathy, bloating, weakness at menses, disillusionment, pale complexion, dizziness, muscle weakness, mental fatigue, and the tongue will be pale and maybe with teeth marks, and the pulse will be weak and empty. For blood deficiency, we have floaters in the eyes, dry hair, pale complexion, gets easily startled, scanty menstrual periods, dry skin, a history of heavy periods, mental fatigue, insomnia, muscle cramps, brittle nails, dry eyes, amenorrhea, dizziness, blurred vision, and not being grounded, with a weak, choppy, and thready and thin pulse. Okay. So let's go to the points. Let's start with urinary bladder 20. Next slide po. Next slide na po, Doc. Ay, nawala ang signal.
Nandiyan na po yung slide.
Okay. Urinary bladder 20 is the Bakshu point of the spleen. It is a very important point for chronic diseases when person is depleted of energy. So where is UB20? To locate this point, we start with DO6 at the level of it is at the level of the lower border of the spinous process of the 11th thoracic vertebra. From DO6, we measure 1.5 tun lateral. That's UB20. We do transverse oblique insertion to this point, 1 to 1.5 tun. Cautioning or oblique needling away from the spine carries a substantial risk of injuring the lungs, thereby causing the lungs and the chest walls. Next point is urinary bladder 17, or the Bakshu point of the diaphragm. It is an important point for bleeding disorders. To locate this point, from the lower border of the 7th thoracic vertebra, level with DO9, we measure 1.5 tun lateral. So needling this point is an oblique insertion towards the spine, 0.5 to 1 tun. A transverse insertion could also be done 1 to 1.5 tun. Again, like UB20, caution should be observed in needling this point as perpendicular needling or oblique needling away from risk of pneumothorax. Next point is stomach 36. Stomach 36 is the most important point to stimulate action of the stomach and spleen to generate qi and blood. In the previous, yesterday, we have already discussed how to locate this point. It is 3 chun inferior to stomach 36, 1 finger breadth lateral to the anterior crest of the tibia. Or we could go locating GB 34 first, and stomach 36 lies 1 chun inferior and 1 finger breadth lateral to the anterior crest of the tibia, and then locate 1 hand breadth below stomach 35. Perpendicular insertion can be done here, 1 to 1.5 chun. This point is usually used to promote general wellness. Okay, next point is spleen 6. Spleen 6 is the intersection point of the 3 yin meridians, namely the spleen, liver, and the kidneys. So it harmonizes and cools blood and promotes and invigorates circulation. Spleen 6 is located 3 chun above the medial malleolus on the posterior border of the tibia on the line drawn from the medial malleolus to spleen 9. Perpendicular or oblique proximal insertion can be done here, 1 to 1.5 chun. Caution should also be observed as this point is contraindicated during pregnancy. So after that, we go to nourishing kidney yin. So for this, we use kidney 3, kidney 6, and UB52 with the reinforcing method. So in kidney yin deficiency, usually there is a slow onset. That means it takes time for kidney yin deficiency to develop. But once you have kidney yin deficiency, a frequent recurrence may be expected. And among the signs and symptoms are aching of lower back, diminished by pressing, as usually a characteristic of deficiency syndromes where pain is usually alleviated by pressure. There's also fatigue, weakness of knee, increased pain after exertion, decreased by bed rest. There is also irritability, insomnia, dry mouth and throat, red cheeks, vexing heat, and 5 hearts, or what we call the 5-palm heat, a red tongue with little coating, and a rapid 3D pulse. So to nourish the kidney yin, kidney 3 is the most important point for treating yin deficiency. Kidney 3 is the yuan source point of the kidney meridian. It is located in the depression between the tip of the medial malleolus and the Achilles tendon. Needling this point is a perpendicular insertion 0.3 to 0.5 chun. Next up is kidney 6. Kidney 6, or the shining C point. It is the best point on the kidney channel to nourish kidney yin. It is also the master point of the yin shao vessel and usually coupled with lung 7. It is 1 chun below the prominence of the medial malleolus in the groove formed by 2 ligament bundles. This point lies between the tibialis posterior tendon anteriorly and the flexor digitorum longus tendon posteriorly. These tendons may be highlighted by flexing and inverting the foot. Needling this point is oblique insertion directed superiorly 0.3 to 0.5 soon. Next point is UB52 or the residence of the will. This is usually used for the treatment of depression when person is disoriented and lacks willpower and mental strength to make an effort to get better. This point is located 3 tune lateral to the lower border of the spinous process of the second lumbar vertebra. It is at the level of UB23. Straight insertion is done 1.5 to 2 tune. Or we can do transverse insertion pointed towards UB23, 2 to 3 tune for soft tissue injury to low back or nephroptosis. Needling this point, we can expect a sensation of local distension and soreness, sometimes extending to the buttocks. Caution should also be observed in needling this point as to not to insert the needle too deeply to avoid puncturing the kidneys. So in general, reinforcing method should not be used if 1, pathogenic factors are excessive and strong. 2nd, pathogenic factors are not yet completely eliminated. And 3rd, it is a deficiency syndrome associated with excessive and strong pathogenic factors.